One last question. Do you believe that we actually increase government revenues when we cut taxes?
Absolutely. Because when it stimulates the economy,
okay.
Clinton proved. Wait a minute, Clinton
well,
proved
let's cut taxes down to 1%. Let's get them down to 1%. Let's get them down to 1%. We'll balance the budget in 5 minutes, by your theory.
Look at California. We raised taxes, and look what we've done. I mean,
okay,
Chris, we're driving companies out.
Now, by your theory, why don't we just keep lowering taxes, sir, till we get them down to zero? Because by your theory, every time we lower taxes, we get more revenue coming in the door. This is like the loaves and the fishes.
No.
This is the New Testament.
A balance, Chris.
Project. Let's take a look at one of your leaders. Here's one of your leaders, the Majority Whip, or ex-Minority Whip, Eric Cantor of Virginia. Here he is on MSNBC with Savannah Guthrie on the Daily Rundown this morning. Let's listen.
Will you just simply acknowledge that passing these tax cuts worsens the budget deficit problem? I mean, you can't deny that, right?
Savannah, let's look at it through the prism of the working families who are seeking jobs and the small business people who are creating them. It's not a tax cut they're looking for. They don't want a tax hike. I just
was wondering if you had any dispute with the notion that it does exacerbate the deficit picture.
Well, what I said in the beginning is, if you have less revenues coming into the federal government and more expenditures, what does that add up to? Certainly, you're going to dig the hole deeper.
Well, there he is, Congressman Bilbray, your leader, your whip, is now admitting that if you cut taxes, you're increasing the deficit. He just said it. You want me to repeat it? That's your leader. Why would he say something like that that runs against your orthodoxy?
The fact is, look, Chris, you can't get around
the fact is he just said that. Why did he just say that cutting taxes at this point is going to yield a lower revenue and therefore a bigger deficit?
Because
he just said with the contradiction of what you just said.
We're not even talking about cutting taxes. We're talking about not allowing an increase to be
continuing the Bush tax cuts is what we're talking about. And that's what he was talking about.
Maintaining the status quo.
Are you in disagreement with Eric Cantor? Just tell me you disagree with him. We'll be on the same page.
I am in disagreement with anybody that thinks that we can get ourselves out of this mess by raising more taxes on the American people. Look, the federal government just needs to live within its means.
This is an interesting debate, and I think American people ought to be paying attention to it. The Republican philosophy is supply side, the belief that if you cut the taxes rates, somehow the overall amount of revenue will come up, somehow we'll begin to balance the budget. That's an argument that you can argue and argue and argue, and we'll always be looking for evidence of that.